Howdy, fellas and fellows. Welcome back to the channel. So, we're going to look at Rich's Facebook a little bit later, and his sister's Facebook, and his brother's Facebook. But I do have some content that I would like to review. So, we're going to go live for about an hour. And later tonight, we're going to go live with Dad. But we're going to live about an hour, and then I'm going to go do my auto roundup for main channel, which is Poor Man Speed Shop. Be sure to be there. We actually build cars, unlike Richard Fuller, who does nothing. One sec, you guys. So, in case you guys don't know what the thumbnail is, that's the charger that Rich likes to brag about. That's that hunk of shit that he likes to brag about. So, hopefully you guys can hear me alright. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. Desktop audio. Mic audio, is it working? Yep. How's it going, everybody? So, Jeff's in here right now, and I want to thank Jeff from Mako. He's the guy with the blue wrench top, said, "What's up?" Go check him out if you haven't already. I'm sure a lot of you guys have. But Jeff found a video that I'm going to discuss because it was perfect and I saw it in his live day and I wanted to talk about it. So we're going to go down here and we're going to find it and we're going to talk about it. Let's see here. Found that video that I'm going to discuss because it was perfect and I saw it in his live day and I can talk about it. So we're going to go down here and we're going to find it. Here it is, right here.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich 220, and this is what we got.
What's up, Bruce? What's up, Will?
I already had 6 of them in the car, if you remember, right? And I was having a problem getting one out. There you go.
Now, so for those of you that don't know, let me readjust my mic here. For those of you that don't know, hang on. For those of you that don't know, when you pull apart your connecting rods, which these are your connecting rod caps, when you pull an engine apart, you mark everything. The only thing you do not mark are pistons because they're connected to the rods, and we're going to get into that. You don't mark your pistons. You don't mark your cylinder heads. You just don't do that. You don't necessarily have to mark your main caps. You can if you want, but usually they're marked by the factory, 1, 2, 3, because it matters where they go. Connecting rod caps, you guys. For those of you that don't know, you stamp them, you mark them. Cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4, cylinder 5, cylinder 6, cylinder 7, cylinder 8, and so on and so forth. If you have a fucking V10, you would go all the way up to 10. One side's going to be even, one side's going to be odds on a V8. So, Rich pulled these 2 caps off, and I don't see a fucking stamp anywhere on these caps. You cannot. You might get away with it. Maybe. Putting the caps from one connector onto another? Maybe. High likely probably you're not. Because connecting rod caps are cut, they're all cut a little bit different. They're matched to the rod they came off of, therefore you mark them. Rich did not mark these. That's not the right way to do this. But we all know his engine building abilities, so we know it wasn't necessarily the right way to do it anyways. Something else I want to say is, Rich put new bearings in this. Why? These bearings look fine. I don't see any copper showing. I don't see any signs of serious wear. So why did you waste your money if you're big on this? We're not gonna waste money. Why did you waste money on buying bearings? Like these ones look just fine. Was there some that you didn't show that showed copper? Because how do you tell a bad bearing? Like, it doesn't matter if it's a main bearing, a rod bearing, cam bearing. If they're showing copper or they have grooves in them, which if they have grooves in them, your crank's fucked. But usually the sign of wear is excessive copper showing through. These, I don't see any copper at all. And if you're saying there was grooves in them, then that means your crank has grooves in it, which means the crank's fucked. The crank needs turned, which means cut down. It's like 10-10.
Okay? The rest of this video is poked at the naysayers. You know who you
Right,
are.
right.
I don't see your fat butt up underneath a car working on it.
Rich, you can't say that about me, dude. My fat butt's always in cars. I work so fucking hard, working on cars that I got an injury that is only found on like carpenters, mechanics, housemaids, things like that that are always on their knees. I don't know how you don't get one with as much dick as you suck, but apparently you're not on them enough.
In any of your videos, you personally. So you talking smack about me?
Rich, I accomplished something you couldn't accomplish in 4 years. I got one car running. In a matter of, what was the time frame on the charge? Does anybody remember? What, a couple months? 3 months, something like that?
Just proves that you're stupid. Now,
Bro, it's hard to take you serious when you have zero neck. You have fade, you have cheekbone, shoulder bone. It's all one piece. There is literally. What the fuck's up with your eye spacing? Like, I'm starting to think your fucking parents were cousins.
6 bearings are in. There's no scarring on any of the journals. I checked all 8 of them. I did plastic gauge on.
Then my question to you is then why did you replace the bearings? If there was no excessive wear, no grooves, no copper showing, no excessive wear patterns, then why'd you replace them? Because you're not like me. See, I would have got that engine if it needed 2 pistons, pulled the engine out, threw it on an engine stand, pulled the crank out, put brand new cam bearings in it, brand new rod bearings in it, brand new rings in it, and brand new pistons in it, and just been done with it. And if it needed to board out, I probably wouldn't even have fucked with it. Then I probably would have got 350 and a 7R4. I have just got home from doing my whatever the fuck mainline injection thing, which is good. I forgot to tell you guys yesterday on live. I think I told Jeff on Jeff's live. So I went to the wound doctor yesterday. They had a little spot they deburred, not much. Didn't take a lot out of my knee. They said that it looks like it's healing all right. It's fine. My stitches will come out in 7 to 10 days. They said, and then hopefully by then my knee's healed up. So what they're wanting to do is the reason why you deburr a wound. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Is you don't want that top layer of skin, your outside layer, your flesh here, to heal up first. Especially if you got like a wound here, you want it to heal from the bottom out. So what they do is they deburr a little bit because it's healing too fast, and they want that bottom layer of skin to catch up. I offered $5 grand to this idiot for that Chevy. He took the engine and transmission out. Right, exactly. Bruce is always talking about bone infections. They're not really worried about that. They were worried about that when I first went to the hospital. They were worried about that. Something I forgot what it's called. Some kind of arthritis. I guess if you get it in your bone. The main thing that they're worried about, the reason why I have a main line, is because they were worried about blood infections because of how long I put my head in the sand and didn't go get my knee looked at. So they're worried about me having a blood infection, which can stop your organs, stop your heart, things like that. Um, the nurse that the night before I got released, I was talking to her when she came at like 4 in the morning to restick me and take IV shit out. That shit sucks. But anyways, uh, she said that my levels were so low that now I'm no doctor, no doctor. I'm not rich. I'm not gonna say this is fucking 100% factual and all this other stuff. This is from a nurse. She said that my levels were low enough that if I wouldn't have went in that night, that chances are the next day my blood would have started to turn, would have got a blood infection, and then my organs would have been like, we can't do this, and then my heart, I could have either been asleep, could have been working, and basically my heart, like, I can't pump this bad blood, and I would have been dead. But unlike what Rich wants and Tim wants in their prayers, I'm still here, I'm still kicking, and we're still going to do these reviews. I'm actually getting ready to order a mic stand, so I get my mic off of this and get it mounted to my table here, so we can get professional with this stuff. Because I really enjoy doing this stuff. So let's get into it. Oh, dude, Dad stayed the whole time with me. He's over there sleeping, and I just laid there pretty much all night because I knew they were gonna come in to stick me. She came in at like 4, and then at 5 they came in and gave me another IV, and I'm like, dude, I just want to sleep. I'm doing pretty good, DRC. I hope you're doing well too, man. Hope you're healing up. All right. So far, so good. One day at a time. One day at a time.
Three of them. One in the beginning of the engine, one in the middle of the engine, and one on the end of the engine. Okay? One in the middle of the engine on three of them. One in the 6 bearings are in. There's no scarring on any of the journals. I checked all 8 of them. I did plastic gauge on 3 of them. One in the beginning of the engine, one in the middle of the engine, and one on the end of the engine. Okay?
Rich, you do know that plastic gauge isn't for scarring on bearings, right? Plastic gauge is like a torque wrench. It's a measuring device. It's to tell you oil clearance between your bearing surface and your crank surface. That way you know if you're in tolerance, because I know you don't notice my engines. Everything on the engine has tolerances. And if you're building a race engine, like a real race engine, then tolerances really, really matter. Like spot on stuff. You're talking thousandths of an inch. You're talking a hair thickness that matters on engines. But this is the same man that uses a torque wrench as a fucking ratchet. Just because it clicks and ratchets, it's a precise measuring device. It's made to measure the torque of a bolt. And when you're done, Rich, you're supposed to click it back down to keep the tension off that spring as much as possible. Oh yeah, Jeff, man, my fucking my grandpa, my grandma, and grandpa, they come up there every day. My grandpa goes, he goes, I'm gonna hit you in the knee. I was like, they got me on some good medicine. I'm probably not gonna feel it. Go ahead. Because that first night they gave me morphine, and what they gave me when I left? They gave me let's see here, hydroxycodone is what they got me on now for pain. 24, 325 milligram. I'm assuming it's like a Vicodin or something.
There are 2 bearings left in that box. That's what's going in. These are all in the car already, all these empty boxes. So,
Again, like, why did you bother replacing bearings if you're so keen, Rich, on leave as much original shit in those original bearings, you should have left them in there if there's nothing wrong. And then you desludge it here
that
in a
being
minute. You
said,
talk about you desludge this fucking engine. So you wiped all the grease and sludge down into your engine, down into the crank or the cam, into your fucking crankcase. I mean, dude, I bet that thing has a ridge you would not believe. Brother, I tell you this, dude, I don't. The only time I take one is right before we change the dressing on my knee, because, dude, I pray. I don't even want, like, I despise Richard. I don't even want him to get this. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But when Dad's stuffing, because you got stuff down in that wound, like gauze, man, it just feels weird. It's the weirdest feeling I've ever felt in my life. I don't know really how to explain it. It's like you just feel it between your flesh, man. Ugh, ugh.
stop talking crap about me because I've done
Blow me, Rich. How about that?
lower end repair work on the car and upper.
Oh yeah. So I do want to talk about this. So this morning, I hear Jeff talking to Twisted in Twisted's live, or in Jeff's live. So I messaged Jeff because I couldn't really understand what was going on. Do you know this man? Now I'm gonna believe it. If this happens, I'll believe it when I see it. This man, for those of you that weren't in there or wondering, told Jeff that he is done with the drama, that he's done modding for Rich. He doesn't support what Rich does, and he's done, right? I'll believe that shit when I see it. He is just saving face. I call bullshit. Watch next live. Watch him still be in their mod form, still be Rich's buddy. Watch. And Twist, if you're in here, Bubba, if you do stay away and you do what the fuck you said, I'll recant that. And I'll tell you what, buddy, I will take down the video about you being on the Brady list. But you're not going to.
And repair work on the car, okay? I have done a timing
Because honestly, and almost says, I have no problems with fucking Twisted.
chain, a set of
He
gears.
came in here, he said what he said, and that's it. I wish him the best. Salute. But you're not coming here and lie and say you're gonna do something, and then if you don't do it. Like, if you're a man of your word, cool. If you're not, cool. Like, and the only reason I didn't go hard on him anyways is because of DRC. Out of respect for DRC.
Roller, okay? I have done new radiator hoses for the heater core and for
You guys, if you guys see Jimmy and Little Jimmy is what his name is on here. If you guys see him in this live stream, I don't know if he'll be in here later, or if you see him in Jeff's live stream, tell him thanks. I would never have found the comments where Twisted and Renegade are literally clowning on Rich if it wasn't for Jimmy. Because I don't read comments. Like, I barely even read my own.
the radiator. I have replaced a few rocker arms underneath the valve covers. I have cleaned all of the push rods, and I have cleaned the intake valley, okay, of any sludge that was possibly going to be in there. I have
And like I said, if he really does stay away, Jeff, I'll give him his props. Like I'm not gonna give him a month and then do it, but if he stays away for a year, 2 years, you know, a long period without being in there modding for him, being his fucking printing, then I'll get on here and I will fucking give him his props on a video. Yeah, see there. I forgot that part. Jeff, read what Jeff just said. Mako, read what he just said in the chat.
drained this engine twice of its fluid and engine oil. Okay, the oil pan is down there loose right now. Okay, I had to do head gaskets twice. The second time they took. The first time they did not because I was straddling myself on a plastic.
No, Rich. No, Rich. No. No, that's not why they did it, Tate. How much time we got here? We got time. Alright, Rich. So I've said this a million fucking bajillion times, and I'm gonna say it again. The reason why the head gaskets didn't take is for one, you didn't put them on properly at all. Zero. You didn't do the torque sequence right. You didn't do none of it right. Not a fucking thing on the head did you do right. So, for those of you that don't know, when you put a cylinder head gasket on a car or head gasket, whatever you want to call it, when you put one of them on the car, what you do is I think I got a screw here that can represent. So what you have is picture these. We'll just say these are dowels. We'll just flip like this. This is a dowel, right? This is in your cylinder or in your engine block. So your head gasket slides over that dowel. That locks that head gasket in from moving. It can't move front, back, side, side. It's locked in place. So that way it sits flat, it sits even, it sits true. Then you set your head gasket on top of that dowel, and it locks that head in place, which sandwiches the gasket between the block and the head. Then you take your bolts, you drop them in. You can run them down just fine in any order. You can run them down. You can run center out. But when you torque them, look. I know Rich don't know this stuff. Like I said, after this video, we're going to look at Rich's Facebook. Both his Facebooks. All right. I'm sure it doesn't matter, but 283 is 283. Rich, this is what you done wrong. Now, do not laugh at me if I spell this wrong, because I'm going to I spelled cylinder wrong. I don't care. I'm being lazy. Spelled that wrong too. I'm not trying today. Oh, I put specs. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm spelling this all butchered. I do not care. Spelling this all fucking wrong, but all right, here you go. Here we go. This is your this is on something. This is on a Hemi, but it really doesn't matter. So on any engine, any fucking engine you have, Hemi, 4-cylinder, 2-cylinder, 6-cylinder, whatever, there is a torque sequence for the head. There is a proper order from 1 to 10 or 12, however many head bolts you have, that you go. And you follow that order so the head sits. So that, so that way, because here's the deal. If you hit, let's say, 14 on the screen and 15 on the screen and then do 2 and 11 on the screen here, that cylinder head can, or that cylinder head gasket can bow. It can do funky things. So what you do is you do 1, then you go to 2, then you go to 3, then you go to 4, then you go to 5, so on and so forth. As it shows. Rich has a manual. He could have. This is simple as fuck to do on something like this Hemi or an LS, which would be what that is. It's a little bit more complicated. Same fucking procedure though. There is. That's why your head didn't seat and take. And I'm amazed it took this time.
Stool straddling a head.
And there's something else. Jeff does a live stream or a video where Rich plainly states that a cylinder head gasket has to take. It has to break in. No. It's either good to go or it's not. It's not a camshaft, a flat tappet cam where you have to run at 15 to 2500 RPM for 30 minutes to break it in. That's not how it works. Bro, I'm the same fucking way. I probably got a fucking 8th grade reading level. I can't spell worth the fuck. That's why I have autocorrect and everything. Especially when I'm trying to be lazy and be quick about shit.
Head over the fender, trying to put it in over here. And what it did was it buckled the head gasket up against the firewall.
Nope.
That's the truth. Now, as you can see from the radiator, we've already checked out all.
What kind of fucking... I got a question for y'all. What kind of fucking dude is a fucking mechanic? Rich likes to say he's mechanically inclined. He likes working on cars. But took his 70 Hemi Challenger to have the transmission replaced. What can I do his age that have had all these fucking project cars has never pulled one engine, one transmission, one rear end?
Freeze out plugs and everything else. There is antifreeze in that radiator.
right, Jeff.
Okay. It's been in there since I fixed the heating system. I had rebuilt the original carburetor. That means cleaning it out and making sure everything is in its proper place. Not something that...
No. Rebuilding a carburetor means you rebuild the carburetor. You put new jets, new gaskets, new everything in the carburetor. You're talking about you cleaned and regasketed a fucking bowl. A bowl. You didn't pull the base plate off, the choke out, actually rebuild the carburetor. No.
That's been rigged in order for it to partially work. The last 2 connecting rods are going to be done this afternoon. because I just wanted to get them out. They're very easy to put in. All I
Oh,
gotta do is take a
exactly, Bruce.
screwdriver to the bearing itself, and it
Jeff,
pops out of its little clip that
100%,
it
bro.
locks into.
100 fucking percent.
And then you can spin another one up in there with STP oil treatment on the part that goes against the journal. Okay.
I'll do a quick thing. If you guys are looking over here, where it says, I was right about this guy, August the Duck. This guy's channel here, great fucking review channel. I thoroughly enjoy his channel.
And you can lock it back into the actual connecting rod itself. Then you can pull the connecting rod down using a little bit of a brace on the side of the engine block underneath where the oil pan goes, okay? Then you can lock down your caps after you put the new bearing in on the cap end, okay? Nice, went out, okay. Then you just lock down your nuts
Very nasty motherfucker. Rich, you probably relit that.
On the connecting rod cap bolts, okay, to 35 foot-pounds for each one. You go back and check them double, make sure, okay. Then I have to, there's a little pin that's in the oil pan that holds the oil pump in place. So I got to get that out of the oil, and then I got to get up in there and figure out a way to get that little pin to stay in there again, and then put the screen back in. Because if not, then I'm going to have to come up with some way to get that little pin to stay in. It holds the oil pump. Okay. Then I have to, there's a little pin that's in the oil pan that holds the oil pump in place. So I got to get that out of the oil, and then I got to get up in there and figure out a way to get that little pin to stay in there again, and then put the screw.
The fuck are you talking about? A pin to hold in the oil pump? In the hold? You mean a fucking oil pump bolt? So it's a bolt that holds your oil pump on. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what Google says. The fuck are you talking about? A bolt? Or a pin, I mean. The fuck are you talking about? Talking about the locating dowels? Fuck are you talking about, dude? The pin in it? Okay, guys, I'm sure there's somebody that might have fucked with one of these. In every small block Chevy I've ever touched, it's a nut and a bolt, or it's not a nut and a bolt, it's a bolt that screws into your block. Here we go. What's this? Yeah, that's what the fuck I thought. It's not a pin. Look, it's fucking a bolt. Two of them. I would never thought that. Most small block Chevys I work on have just one here that holds it on. So, I'm going to explain, since we got this up, we can explain this to Rich. So, Rich, when you're talking about your oil pump, you have an oil pump drive shaft, which is this long black thing here. So oil pump drive shaft or oil pump rod, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it an oil pump drive shaft because shaft, it drives the oil pump. See, your distributor rod slides in here. This then goes into the pump here. Distributor spins this rod, spins two little rotors in here, sucks the oil out, pushes it through here and through your oil system. I didn't know that they had gaskets either. I see, you learn something every day, you guys. You learn something every day. I think this gasket and these bolts go here. So does a pickup on a 283 bolt on? If so, that's fucking neat. Those are LS pumps. Oh, you guys don't need to know why I'm looking at LS pumps for, because we got that's for the main channel, and that's an upcoming project. Do they bolt on? Damn it, Bobby. View image. Where the fuck was a pin? He's saying a pin. I don't see. Maybe it's. I don't know how a pin would. Ah, he's on crack. I'm telling you.
Green back in. Because if not, then I'm going to have to come up with something else
Hey,
in order to
Don.
get that to stay where it needs to be. Other than that, all I have to do is put the rear oil pan seal and the front oil pan seal back on. Use some RTV gasket sealant and tighten down the bolts. Get some gas because I still have a fuel pump problem. I think it's the inside of the actual fuel pump itself. So what I'll do is I'll gravity feed it from here in a container going right into the carburetor. And then I will run it and let it go until things heat
This motherfucker anymore while it's doing starting to sound like Boomhauer.
up. Then we'll know for sure if everything is sealed up like it's supposed to. Okay? And I'm pretty sure it is because, I mean, heck, there's nothing leaking anywhere. Let's see. Then I got to get the spark plugs, put them back in. I really shouldn't have to set the timing too much.
See, I haven't tried one of them, Don. Is it like a high volume pump? Like when I build an engine, Rich, even if stock clearance is stock shit, I buy a high volume pump. Just that extra reassurance that's gonna have all the oil it needs.
Because all I did was loosen the bolt and turn the distributor a little bit. So I may have to turn it back a hair. The spark plugs, the reason why I can turn the engine manually by hand is because the spark plugs are loose. They're only held in by like a partial thread right now. And it's allowing the air to escape from the pistons area, the cylinder walls. Now, I also painted this car.
I'm going to remember that.
I located all the original parts for this car.
Remember that, Don.
The engine and the trans and all the parts that are on the engine externally are the original factory parts.
Okay, listen. Listen, you guys. We're talking here about a 1957 Chevy four-door Bel Air. No thrills, no options. The only option is the V8. That's it. You can buy a beautifully restored one of his cars, beautifully restored, turnkey, for $20,000. Beautiful paint, beautiful interior, beautiful engine bay. Runs and drives, stops. Your car, Rich, and I'm being fucking generous, is a $4,500 car. Your car is a glorified parts car for a two-door. Nobody's going to put brand new rockers on it. Nobody's going to put brand new doors on it. Nobody's going to put quarters on it. Nobody's going to put a trunk pan in it. Nobody's going to do all that work to a four-door. Now what they would do is buy your car and make it a two-door clone because you're doing away with most of that shit anyways. How's it doing? Does nothing.
Words. There are 6 pistons in here that are original from 65 years ago.
You're a fucking idiot.
The voltage reducer that I bought, I installed because the other one was smoking. Now,
You mean your voltage regulator?
let's see.
I would love to see Rich work on a fucking Mopar with all them boxes, like the electronically controlled stuff. It would be fucking amazing him trying to figure out Spark. It would be fucking awesome. Or one like mine that has that weird seatbelt interface that's only kept for like 1 year, where if the driver's seatbelt ain't plugged in, the car won't start. See, and if that fails, you got a little button that you gotta press. Stupid fucking system. Rich would be at a fucking loss.
Have to make a battery tray for it, but I'm more concerned at this point with getting the car running. And the last 2 pain in the butt Connecting rod caps, I managed to get them out. And yep, regardless of what those two people say, and you know who you are, yes, sometimes you have to hit the caps with a hammer in order to get them loose. You have to be careful, but you can do that. So if you don't...
Rich, the way you went about it's wrong. And the bad thing is you can't even say, hey, I did it wrong. Look, here's the thing. I am 26 years old. Shockingly, I know I'm pushing 30. 26 years old. I don't know everything about cars, about the shit I'm into. And the shit I'm not into, like radios, I know nothing about. But here's my philosophy on life, okay? Somebody like me, it's cool not to know anything. Because when an old timer talks, you listen. Then you do your own research. And then if what they're saying is true, you take it, you put it back in, and you learn something. Rich, the guys like you, will be told something. Like, for instance, when Joe Mad came in and trolled you and told you that Brian Cabral was a fucking PDF file who just got arrested for doing nasty things to a 13-year-old, you made false allegations without doing a lick of research, without doing a fucking shred of fucking thing. And you say, I don't make false allegations, but you did against Brian. The shit you could literally come out against Brian for, him being stolen valor, him saying he was a veteran, you didn't do. You took it to the extreme with no proof, no video evidence, no documents, nothing, and ran with it. Now, here's what I got to ask you, Rich. How's it feel Joe Mad made you make false allegations and hasn't been back and alive since? He made you look like Boo Boo the Fool, and you played right into it. It's pretty bad when even your own community is starting to turn against you. Even if they don't say it to your face, they're turning against you, and you're too fucking retarded to figure it out. Guys like you will get told something, will either run with it or you will deny it and think your way is the right way instead of listening, researching, then coming to your own conclusion. God gave you a brain so you could learn, so you could take care of yourself. You're an idiot. You're a buffoon.
Think so? You really haven't worked on a car before. And you got no room to talk.
Rich, I have worked on more cars in my 26 years of being on this planet than you have ever worked on. Worked on. I have done more to a fucking engine, and I've done more rebuilding engines than you have, than Barry has, than Ryan has. Have I built badass 700 horsepower race engines? No. Do I know the first thing about putting dome pistons or something like that into an engine? No. But I can promise you that I would learn because I would rely on people like the guy that Barry used to shout out, who's my friend, who I've been to his shop. Guys like 2X, guys like Busted. And I'm not, and if you're in here right now, I am not calling you this to offend you. You're old timers. You guys have earned that. That's respect when it comes out of my mouth. You old timers, I listen to you guys because you guys have knowledge. You guys have been around the block. I have been around the block that half of these guys who are doing this shit years before I was even into it have done and have completed. So you listen, you learn. Ford, for instance, I don't know if he's in right now. My buddy Fasting, I am just now starting to fuck with Fords. If I have any questions, I bounce it off of him. I surround myself with knowledgeable people, people I can learn from. But to learn, you have to listen. You have to take their advice under advisement, do your research, and come to your own conclusion if that'll work for you. You don't scream at them, tell them they're fucking wrong and you're fucking right. Even when they show you the shit that you're doing wrong, you listen. You have two ears for a fucking reason and one mouth. Come on.
Talk about anybody else at all. Now, I turned this car...
See you later, Jeff.
...from what looked like Swamp Thing, which looked like somebody abandoned it in a junkyard 30 years ago, to making it a presentable car. And now,
Listen, I'm not gonna knock anybody for if you want a shiny car, go for it. If you want a ratty muscle car, go for it. I have had a nice car. It's a lot of work to keep a nice car nice. It's worth it because you take pride in your car. My Corvette, I took pride in it. I loved it. I cherished it. And it's sad that it got flipped and rolled after I sold it to the kid. That is sad. I'm thankful he's okay. I'm thankful I'm okay. But this next stage of my life, I just want something that's ratty. That's why we got the Charger. I just want something I can go fucking beat on. And if it fucking gets a
it's
door
about
ding
ready to be
or
a
it gets hit,
presentable
I'm
car
not
that
gonna be fucking like
runs.
devastated.
And all those people that don't know what they're talking about, do yourself a favor, because every time
Rich, I know more about cars than you know. I know more about building an engine than you know. I have more knowledge in my fucked up knee, in the hole in my knee, than you have in your whole fucking body.
you post a
Facts.
video saying that I don't know what I'm doing or trying
You
to make
don't.
fun of this or make fun of that
You're
or
a
whatever the
fucking
case
idiot.
may
You're a
be,
fucking moron.
you just wind up.
Listen, dude, the fake account you made that day to try to proclaim your innocence of not being a wife beater. That remember that fake account you made? One of the things you said was, "What did I teach you about doing body work?" You tried to make a fake account and then tried to question this fake account to prove it was your son, which it wasn't your fucking your ex's fucking kid. No, for a fact, I talk to him on email all the time. You literally said this is how you taught him how to do body work. To stuff screen wire in a rust hole and Bondo over it. Not to cut out the metal and weld new in. Not to buy a patch film. To stuff chicken wire in newspaper into a hole and put Bondo over it. That is, if that's what we all need, if you're gonna teach us, at least teach us the right fucking way to do something. Stuffing chicken wire in fucking newspaper from 1982 into a quarter panel and bondoing over it is not the right way. It is the wrong way. It is the hack way.
Making yourself look dumber every time you do it. So
Now I'm gonna say that he's talking about Mr. Wilburn in this, and probably auto auction rebuild or whoever the fuck the other guy was that was in this before we were. Can't think of the man's name. Auto auction something.
that's all I got to say. The next video that will be posted will be the video of me driving the car out of the driveway. Yeah.
Oh, Don, it. I would trust Barry to stitch weld my car together before I trust Rich with a welder welding body panels.
It don't have any brakes, but it does have an e-brake, and that's cable driven. So
All
if I have to
e-brakes
stop,
are cable driven
I will
until
pull
the new
that.
ones, which are electronic.
I'm not going far. I'm just going to drive it out of the driveway to flaunt.
Rich, I had a question. What will it cost so we can watch you do an LS swap? What would it cost? How much? Because I'm sure me and my community we would love to pay to watch you put an LS in something. Like 5.3 or 6.0, something like that. We would love to watch it.
In all those people's faces that said or naysayed to me that I
Operative.
wouldn't be able to do it.
Guys, I don't know how many of you guys know what these are. How many of you guys have heard of Clecos? So I'll tell you guys what they are. Clecos are like pop ribbons, except they take a tool. They're made to hold body panels on cars in place while you do your thing. Rich would buy Clecos and think they're permanent and just Cleco everything in place and leave it. Have a bunch of fucking stems coming off of it like this.
That, yes, I did do it. And you're stupid for thinking otherwise. Like and subscribe, folks. Leave a comment down below and hit the bell.
Did anybody leave a comment down below? I want to look. You got 407 subs, and you are arguing with them. Haha, good luck there, bud. We're gonna subscribe to this person. I don't know why I like him though. Ken Uber, you're my new buddy. I like you. I like you a lot. Awesome video, brother. Thanks for sharing. Keep the content coming. Hope you have an incredible day. Tim Wisdom. I don't know who the fuck you are, but Well, we're gonna do that just because you left a comment. Attaboy. Question, sir. Where's your connecting rods? Were your connecting rods all numbered? Fuck, he's got me blocked. Hang on a sec, folks. I want to read that comment, so we're gonna do something. I want to read what it says. That'll prove my point right there. Let's see here. Switch accounts.
That I bought,
Did it do
I
it?
installed.
Oh, it stayed on there. Woo! Now we can read these. Let me read this reply. Jesus fucking Christ. Told y'all. Told you. They aren't numbered, but I know just where they go. Sure you do, you fucking loser. What's his reply to this? I'm not arguing with anybody because you'd have to have fucking brain power to argue with somebody. It makes sense. I've honestly never, this. What the fuck? I've honestly never this, but I've seen it done several times with good luck. So whoever is talking smack needs to kick rocks. Subscribe to you. Even though it's on this channel, it really didn't. Alright, guys. So we're going to do something. You guys ready for this? So, this is Rich's account. This is Rich's Facebook. So, we're going to do something. Let's see here. How the fuck do I get to his friends list? There we go. No, and I'm not going to show who our mutual friend is. So, the only friend Rich has on this account is himself. Now we're going to go to this account. We're going to go to see all friends. We're going to type in his last name. Furler. His brother even isn't his fucking friend on fucking Facebook. But hang on. Let's see here. Here's his good old brother. There's the brother. This is Daniel Furler, however you say it. This is Rich's younger brother. I know he watches the channel. I know he supports me and Jeff. I appreciate it, brother. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to about. It tells you where he lives. But down here, see here. I thought it showed his fucking family. Pretty sure on my phone it shows his family. No one said. Let me grab my phone, you guys. Let me grab my phone. All right. I want to be sure to pull up the sister. So make sure you guys. His family has nothing to do with him at all. They want nothing to do with Rich. And we'll show you his sister in a minute. And I'm doing this. I don't want nobody to go bug this person. These people. Who want nothing to do with Rich. They're not even his fucking friends on Facebook. I mean, no pictures of his family. do. Okay, hang on one second, guys. One sec. Yeah, let's put on a rich video while I figure this shit out. We'll go back to this here in a minute. Well, fuck it. What's this?
Good morning, everybody. It's Rich of Rich's Garage, and we're back here with the 57 Chevy, and I'm just doing some sanding, wet sanding. That's about it for now. Stool, so I can get up on this, and the back of it.
Yeah, those are his cousins. The pictures of his family, that's his cousins. They were like from like 2014, I think. 2015. I don't know what the fuck he's doing in this. Right? I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Most people have somebody else do the work for them. I don't.
No, because
And then
you
they're
don't
not
do work.
happy with the outcome of the way their car looks. So this way, if I'm not happy with something I did, I got nobody to blame but myself.
Yeah, because everybody's out to fuck you, Rich.
And I did check the antifreeze on this yesterday. It is still up. So if it was leaking that bad, I wouldn't be able to see the antifreeze through the cap, and it wouldn't be based up at the top. It'd be a lot lower to the bottom. As the sandpaper wears down, it becomes a finer grit. Like I said the other day, that's pretty much the truth, folks. As it becomes less abrasive. Rinse my hands off.
Guys, check this out. So, I'm having a hard time finding a sister now because they've changed a bunch of shit up. Check this out, though. Superman, that's good. That's good.
Just so everybody knows what I did in order to patch up all the spots on the car.
So,
Good morning,
check
everybody.
this
It's
out.
Rich of Rich's
Alright, so let's
Garage,
back to
and we're
this
back here.
account here.
Good morning, everybody. It's Rich of Rich's Garage.
So check this out. You guys plainly saw where Daniel's not his friend no more on Facebook, right? Check this out. His brother. Check this out. So these were taken 11 days ago. A little over 2 weeks ago, right? This is Rich's friend list from both them accounts. Look who was his friend then. See? See? Now watch. Your own fucking brother, Rich, unfriended you, bro. Look at this. Let's go back. Exit. Boom. His own brother unfriended him. Your own fucking bloodline unfriended you. What do you guys think about that? You can plainly see 11 days ago they were friends. Your own fucking blood, Rich, unfriended you. Your own familia, your own family, dude, wants nothing to do with you. Right? Right, Frank? Exactly. One of his sisters lives in Georgia. I'll find her stuff and we'll do I'll show you guys that there's no pictures of her whatsoever. Daniel used to have her marked as family on Facebook and they're not no more. Let's do a couple more videos and then we're gonna end this. Be sure the minute this ends, check out Poor Man's Speed Shop where we'll be doing some car finding. What's this about?
Was actually. Hello, everybody. It's Rich220. And if you're unsubscribing to me, then that means you're part of the clan of the people that have been stepping all over me all the while. Now, we had Ari today. Ari Don't Surf was actually mocking me earlier. So I figured out their little game plan on what they're doing. And I gave a little dose of their own medicine back to them.
Rich, the people you're talking about are Mr. Wilburn. I can't remember the other guys. Autos. I don't want to say it wrong. Auto Salvage Outlaw or something like that. And a few other people. Later, that's his new account, was one of them. A bunch of people, dude. And the problem with you, before the pedo and the racist shit, their problem with you was you're arrogant. You're a liar. And you're fucking arrogant and you're fat and disgusting. Look, there's nothing wrong with fat. There's nothing wrong with being disgusting. But when you're fat and disgusting, have no family, nobody wants to see, and you're fucking overly arrogant, you need to be knocked down a peg or two.
I'm tired of being stepped on. I'm tired of subscribers unsubscribing to me. ASO, Auto Salvage Outlaw, I will never unblock you. You sit there and threaten to have a fight with me and talk about sending me a plane ticket.
Listen. What kind of fucking Delbert goes, he threatened me. He offered to call, he called me out, but he threatened me. Have you ever once heard me say shit about Barry? No. Listen. Listen, Rich. Listen. You sound like a fucking coward right now. You sound like a little fucking bitch. That's as bad as you fucking want to use the term bullying.
So I could come to your front door so you could start garbage? All you've been doing is talking smack about me ever since.
He's a good
That's
channel.
why all my subscribers are deleting because of your mouth. And a lot of the other people that are actually following you and...
Can we just, like, ask why he has a Hot Wheels track behind him? A new Hot Wheels track? Like, this is from my generation. Dude, we gotta take a picture of that. That's gonna be my new thumbnail for these fucking videos. Look at his fucking face. Sorry, guys. Had to get a picture. That's gonna be thumbnail. That's thumbnail material.
Moving me? Well, they don't know the half of it, but they're gonna find out. Because there's gonna come a time...
Did they find out, Rich? Is it like when I was gonna find out? Yeah, little asshole, I'm gonna find out. Remember those words? Still haven't found out. It's Wednesday, August 27th, 2025 at 7:21 p.m.
Time where they're not going to set on your nerves quite right, and you're going to blow up at them. I guarantee it. Okay?
No, here's the thing. Listen, you want to be a YouTuber, Rich. Rich220 is your brand. That's your fucking brand. Rich220. That's your brand. Just like Poor Man Speed Shop is my brand. Bitch Boys, Poor Bitches Garbage Garage, whatever the fuck I named this channel again. That's my brand. I want my brand, being my channels, to reflect who I am as a person. You're a thin-skinned little bitch that can't take criticism, who gets mad about everything. You shouldn't be on YouTube. And that was before the fucking pedophile 14-year-old should have OF and fucking saying the N-word to somebody crossing the street shit. That was before all that. Now, you should be on YouTube because of that.
Now, I'm a 54-year-old man.
Gibby.
Okay? I
Rich
am
eats
overweight. I don't have a
onions
problem
and
with that.
ketchup
I have
like,
no problem getting up
oh,
underneath
that's
my car.
gross.
As a matter of fact, I have 5 of the connecting rod bearings in now. There's only 3 left to do, but it's in a very tight area, and I have to move the engine or turn it a little bit in order to get the connecting rods in the right position so I can remove the old ones. Everything else is done on that car. All
Have you done interior? Have you done brakes? Have you fixed the rust right? Have you fixed the rust in the trunk? Have you put body mounts on the car? Um, have you done your final paint work? Have you done seats? I got my sense here, but have you done seats? Have you done the glass? Have you took out all the pop rubber and galvanized sheet metal? You're not done. You're not done. Rich, if you're driving a car and you have to worry about when you turn the corner, the body coming off of the car and the frame continuing to go straight, that's a problem. That's not safe.
of it was done by me. And the information that I got from people like
Don, that's
you
amazing.
were the type of people holding me back from having my car run. So I don't.
Look, Rich, at this point, I'm gonna say you were in your early 50s. You're an old man, as you want to put it. I am a 26-year-old man. Nothing anybody says on YouTube affects my life. Stops me from working on my cars. Do you know what stops me from working on my cars? Me. If what Joe Blow down the street says, or Joe Blow says on fucking TikTok about Richard Fuller, makes Richard Fuller not work on his car, that's a Rich 220 problem. That's not that guy's problem. It's Rich's fault that he's a thin-skinned little bitch and can't take criticism.
Even pay any attention to any of you people anymore because half of you people
Hi, Rich.
like ASO and Unfinished and John Wilburn. John Wilburn's never worked on a car. I don't see one single video where John's getting his hands greasy or dirty or his clothes. Okay? Nothing. Even the one time where he was sitting there taking film.
Look, I have been watching John since John and fuck was the guy's name? Lunar went down to Uncle Tony's garage and they all built a 318 together. I've been following John since then. I can tell you this from what John, I don't personally know him personally, but from what he seems like on camera, he seems like a genuine nice dude. You lied to that man repeatedly about your house when he was just trying to help you figure out so you didn't fucking end up homeless. And you lied to this man's face fucking repeatedly, Rich. Fucking repeatedly. Just like Auto Salvage Outlaw. Don't know him. But from what I see on camera, he just seems like a no nonsense good dude. No nonsense. People like Jeff at 2X got seems like a genuine nice guy. A very knowledgeable guy. He tried helping you, Rich. And what'd you do? You spit in his face. Busted. Another one. A genuinely nice guy. And you took advantage of him. Took his kindness for a genuinely nice guy. Right, right. Now, Twisted. Even Twisted seems like an alright guy. You, if you have problems with multiple fucking people, and you keep having problems with people, Rich, that's a you problem. That's not a them problem. That's not a world problem. That's a you problem. You need to take a long, hard look in the fucking mirror and change, but you're incapable of change. Look, as humans, we grow every day. We change every day. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Most people grow as human beings as they mature and get older. The same person I was at 18 is not the same person I am today for many factors. The person I was at 18 wouldn't like the person that I am today. The way I act, the way I treat situations. You can change. You're a human being. Again, Rich, you're whining about your problems, trying to make them sound like it's everybody else's problem. It's you problem. You're the problem, not them. It ain't Joe Blow down the street that's the problem. It's Rich that's the problem.
Footage of a racetrack. He's sitting there watching other people do the work while he's supervising. Get your hands in there and get dirty. That's the whole point of this. And you're supposed to be supportive of other people, not mocking me, John, and posting bad karma about me. You're
Right?
supposed to be supporting
Right?
people like me. You're the reason why people don't do this anymore, okay?
Exactly.
Because
As
they
you
don't
grow,
want to hear your
you mature
garbage.
as a
They don't want
person.
to hear you
But you
run your
have to be
mouth,
willing to
and they
change.
don't want to hear you frickin' make fun of them either. My words may be a little cross sometimes, but believe me, pal, I know exactly what I'm doing. This is not my first car restore, and it won't be my last. The last one will be the
That can
Oldsmobile.
be true, Bruce.
So, everybody else, you want to unsubscribe? Be my guest. I don't care anymore. Ari,
I have never seen a YouTuber make this kind of video. Like, you are literally your Rich. You are your own worst enemy, and I said about a lot of people, but you truly are your own worst enemy.
I seen your post to your friend, you're just being an ass. I saw that, okay? And the reason why I posted those things about your vehicle is because the overspray was ridiculous. That's something that a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old would do. No tape. Don't tape anything off. Just spray the heck out of it. And then you didn't use any primer because I could see underneath the
Are
blue.
you seriously criticizing somebody else's paint and bodywork? Are you fucking kidding me, right? He's joking with us, right? He is not serious right now, is he? Jimmy, that's good. Like, he's joking, right? Because if not, Richard, you looked at your car. Have you looked at your level of paint and bodywork? Like, your car looks like somebody painted with a house roller. Your body and your paintwork looks like you bought a $20 Timu fucking powder coating machine and powder coated your whole car with that $20 Timu powder coater. Start calling you Timu fucking paint job rich. Timu paint 220. How about that? Timu paint 220. Your shit looks like a shitty fucking powder coating job. It's got more layers of fucking paint than most people's fucking walls in their house. That one's good. Like, seriously, dude. Dude, I have a feeling that if we took your car, your 57 Chevy, to a gun range, it would withstand every fucking gun I own. It would withstand it. Your car is fucking has so much paint on it, it's bulletproof. Swear to God. Like you, Brad, you are criticizing another man's paint and body work. You don't even pull off a level of paint job like my father pulls off. And he's far from fucking perfect. Dude.
There's yellow paint. And underneath the yellow paint, there's like black paint. and they could see the hood
And
of the
underneath
truck.
underneath the blue paint is the shitty rust color it was before I painted it, Rich.
On the side where the paint's peeling up already. Jeez, man. Use primer, okay? If you want a little lesson on painting a car, you need to talk to
You
this
don't
guy
listen
right
to
here.
Rich.
All right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna listen to dude that fucking uses galvanized sheet metal pop rivets and fucking body filler and you use JB fucking weld, radiator repair weld for fucking body fucking filler. There are your body work in fucking paint is more laughable than Barry Beamer's. There is bodywork dudes that if they saw you painting a car, they would take the rattle can from you and beat you in the face with it. Oh, we gotta get a picture of that one too. That's a good thumbnail picture too. Like,
Hello.
just
Everybody else who's not part of that clan or that ordeal that's
oh, I'm glad you brought up bodywork because I don't think I'm gonna cover the video on this one. You literally don't even know how to sand a car. You're using your fingers. You're just digging trenches into your bodywork as you're fucking sanding it. You don't have you're trying to final sand something and you don't even have a block or a fucking 2x4 or fuck your cell phone and grab and doing that number. You're using your fucking fingers just digging fucking trenches into that shit.
trying to make a menace out of me. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your loyalty. And thank you for not trying to make waves for me. Like ASO telling Bear Rose to block me and Buck to block me. You think I don't know this stuff? You think I'm clueless?
Guys, I got a couple t-shirt ideas. Should we start making t-shirts for these guys? Like Timu Tactical on a t-shirt. Like I want to do like Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy and put Rich's face over it and call it fucking Pervert 220. And now we can even make one called Timu Paint 220.
You think I just woke or was born yesterday? Think again, pal. Not dumb, not stupid, and I'm not falling for your garbage. You could play the innocent route in front of everybody else, but I know exactly what you're all about. And you're
Sucking dick, that's what you're about, Rich.
not scaring anybody here.
All right, you guys, I've been going for an hour, over an hour. I think I'm going to end this stream and do a stream on the main channel, Poor Man Speed Shop. So if you guys want to go over there, go over there. I'll be live here in a minute on there. Thank all you guys for stopping in. I really appreciate the love, the support you guys give me. It's fucking awesome. Check out everybody's in the chat. I'll see you guys in the next one. And maybe if Rich goes live again, we'll hop in here. But I don't look for him to go live because he's kind of being a little cowardly little fucking weasel. So see you guys in a few minutes, hopefully. Bye bye.